Ahead of the 2027 elections, the roadmap to that particular season is rapidly developing. Some possible movements here and there, lots of defections. I think this is like almost the most defections we have seen in Nigerian democratic history. But the possible re-entry of former President Goodluck Jonathan into the race might, is bringing up a lot of questions. I didn't say the re-entry, I said the possible re-entry. We're going to look at how it's going. It might affect, if he does, how it would affect this landscape and what to expect. Of course, our analysts are very ready and willing to jump into a high PK and high Malamokafo.
Thank you.
I'm going to start with you. I feel like you are looking forward to seeing a Goodluck Jonathan jump into the race. Are you?
Yeah, eventually. Because, the APC we have today came to limelight by condemnation of everything that Jonathan did. And by benefit of hindsight, a lot of Nigerians, even beyond Jonathan, have always felt that Nigerians have had better yesterdays. And that better yesterdays, is becoming attractive to the people. Since you can't go back and say, let the military come. Because I was looking at the achievement of Babangida during his time, Ton Milan Bridge, drilling out a lot of them. The list is endless. So looking at those things, we can't ask the military to come back so that we'll be able to have our freedom.
Because they are still not the same military.
Yeah, because they are still not the same military, number one. And even though it's the same military, freedom of speech and all that were sacrificed and being locked up, no trials and all those things. Even though the present government is even trying to criminalize protest and things like that, making it look like the military again. But the military is still military now. Even though what we don't have is not an absolute democracy, somebody said it's a civil rule. When you look at those things, I would like Jonathan to even come in. We've seen cases in John Mahama in Ghana. We've seen cases even recently in America where Trump has to come back. Let us measure what the indices were during Jonathan's time and what they are today to a common person. Now, if for any reason he jumps in, all these defection and alignments are going to be disturbed. Let me be honest with you. This one they are blaming Obi. Why did he get into ADC? He might not be able to win Atiku. That ADC will reduce to nothing. For example, if PDP regain his footing and Jonathan says, I'm going to run, it's going to be a different ballgame, that I can tell you.
Altogether. Now I'm going to move to you, PK.
Yeah.
He did mention, his support for, or he's looking forward to seeing Jonathan jump back into the race. What do you think that would mean for common Nigeria? Do you think it's nostalgia? Is it based on credibility, or just the habit of Nigerians always thinking that simply because we had a better yesterday, we might have hope for a better tomorrow?
Okay, Jonathan coming into the game should be looked at in a more different approach, either critical or in support, whichever one it is. We first of all have to look at the issues Jonathan had, the influences he had. Will he still carry those baggages along the river or across the river? Now, the issue of NNPC and Desiani, it was there. The issue of the wife, because that one is still rearing its ugly head. The wife by herself will come up to say, we're not going to go to Aso Rock again. I don't think it's in her position to have said that. Do you understand?
I mean, she has a reputation of saying things she shouldn't say. So
that's why we say it hasn't been dealt with. We need to know if it has been dealt with. Jonathan is coming. Now, you also will not take out the fact that people also love Goodluck Jonathan. He assembled some of the best team that we could ever have seen in Nigerian politics, as in governance. I mean, the man that just left ADB, Adewumi Adesina, was Minister of Agriculture. Do you understand? I mean, the best team ever. And most of the team that Buhari even preyed on, the TSA that was saying, was all started by Jonathan. Do you understand? So we must look at the good side and the bad side, and also not look at at the moment, the adjustment between the good and the bad, or the decisions that were made that were not right, and the decisions that were made that were right. We must look at that. Has Jonathan manned up and become that leader that takes decision? Let me give you one thing he said. Politically, he said, oh, a lot of people betrayed me from the north. Later, he came up to say, oh, I have forgiven them. It's great. But if I were the one, I would stand by it. There were betrayals from the north, and the betrayals didn't amount to anything. But of course, definitely, as a leader, we move on because the interest of the nation is more important. Now, from the south also, the people we worked with, who are they now? Where are they now? What are they doing? Someone like Nyesom Wike saying that Jonathan has not come to tell me. Who's Nyesom Wike to Jonathan? Goodluck Jonathan. No, let's look at it that way. So we need to know if the man is also ready to deal with so many things. Now there is PDP, now there is ADC, now there is other party we don't know, because I won't forget what Syriac Dixon said. He said we are still in PDP, but if the option comes for us to move to another platform that is clean, we are going to do that, because I know to an extent they are still in tandem.
Well, PDP has their problems. The ADC is going through their own problems. The APC, seem to have their issues sorted out, or maybe not on the surface, right? Where do you think Goodluck will come under the same auspice of the PDP?
Yeah, as
or he will join the coalition?
Just less than a week ago, Turaki led PDP, which is the actual PDP. We don't know anyone. The other one, exactly. Rahman, I don't know. It was appointed. I don't know the Congress that brought that one up, because we have to ensure, one thing we must ensure in this country is that opposition is alive. That is only where you have a democracy. I was just saying it a while ago, if you walk into the football pitch, you want to play soccer, you are the only team playing. You are not a winner. There's no winner. So opposition has to be alive. You know, if there is even anything that international community should be involved in at all, Nigeria is the most populous democracy in Africa. They should ensure it survives. Yeah, we appreciate going to Sokoto to throw bomb if that would deter terrorists in killing us. But the most important thing, that's why I say if that would deter terrorists in killing us, the most important is for our democracy to survive. There should be a marching order given to all democratic actors to ensure democracy survives. Now, Jonathan coming in, Nigerians are going to ask simple questions, very ordinary questions, not complex questions. How much was rice? You know, they used to laugh us, South Africans, Ghanaians, they used to laugh Nigerians, that Nigerians, if we say the road not good, they will give us rice. If we say our currency is devalued, they'll give us rice. If we say we are unemployed, we don't have employment, they'll give us rice. So that rice, how much was it during Jonathan's time? How much is it now? How is it fluctuating? The dollar, how much was it then? Now, even the subsidy that Asiwaju and the rest, Bakare, what's the name of the Kuti, the senior Kuti, all of them were there. Tunji Braithwaite, all of them were in Lagos Park. Really not everything. That is section 14(2)(b) of a 1999 constitution that says that the welfare of the people and the security of the people shall be the primary purpose of the government, was being ignored them, but entirely ignored the welfare of the people now and remove the subsidy, floated the naira.
Goodluck Jonathan was going to do
yes, he was really prioritized, but listen to the welfare of the people. When you have a border, the control is being controlled by the welfare of the people. You have fulfilled that mandate. You understand the welfare. Welfare doesn't sound like I have so much money. We know what welfare means. When you say the welfare of the people, you know what it means. You are capable of eating or not, but for the fact that you are hungry, welfare will ensure that you feed. That's welfare. You understand? That's minimum and the simplest part of it. You understand? They threw that into the wind. Nigerians will compare that. Now, the question is this: the corruption they sold that Buhari is a flawless human being. We expected that to cascade down. What are you hearing about Malami? AGF under Buhari. How many Jonathan's ministers are on trial removing Dezani? Tell me another minister under Goodluck Jonathan that is on trial for corruption. Mention his name.
Now here's the question.
We're taking this in, because Nigerians are going to take this in. This is one by one. So Nigerians are going to realize, is it about those who can call other persons bad name, or those who put Nigerian interests first? It was also Nigerian interest that made Jonathan to say that my ambition does not want the blood of any Nigerian. He has demonstrated that. If that man jumps in, I can tell you that the algorithm of this alignment, even the Wike himself, I say he will become so powerless. That I can tell you. Even though he wishes otherwise, he becomes so powerless. If he jumps in, the alignment and realignment is what we have now is going to be a child's play. That I can tell you.
Again, I'm still going to ask, where do you think he's going to jump in?
Political party?
Yes.
Well, right now, most of them are not settled, so I don't think as a politician he will just join anyone, because the people that form the party, you can't just displace them from the party. For example, if he goes to ADC, you can't say that what's his name, Turaki is there, Atiku Abubakar. You have Abechi that is there. You have Mechi and
let me put it this way. Jonathan, if he's going to run, Jonathan is going to be in PDP as the sole candidate, or any other party that will adopt him as a sole candidate.
So that completely scraps the ADC.
No, ADC is not going to be there.
If the ADC is
but what it's going to do to ADC is that people like Obi and Co will not be fighting for Sheta, Mechi and Co, because it's going to draw for all those.
Yeah, that I was going to say. So if you put a Jonathan vis-a-vis a Peter Obi, where are we going to have it?
You see, the Peter Obi's obedience still wants Peter Obi. They think Jonathan is behind us. Okay, but you see, politics is beyond emotion. Jonathan is going to have a northern support. One,
Obi kind of already.
No, hold on, I'm coming. Yeah, Obi has no doubt about that. But Jonathan is going to have a northern support that is not based on argument or being a gentleman. Jonathan can only serve one more tenure. Do you understand? It's not by being a gentleman, but Obi can only serve one more tenure by being a gentleman. So
they are very certain that
they are very certain of that of Jonathan. That of Obi is dependent on Obi being a gentleman. Do you understand? So that's number one. No, tested and trusted. What you experience in the front of this camera is different from what you experience behind the camera. Jonathan has been at the front of the camera before. We know his temperament with power. We know when he has power to tell military, shoot aside, and he never does. So we know what Jonathan can do with power. Obi has not been tested with that federal power. Yes, that's not to discredit him. He's a perfect gentleman, a man loved by everybody. But, you know, what you have tested and what you have not done is still entirely different thing.
Well, at this juncture, I'm going to implore that you continue the conversations. I know that they are completely what ifs, but just what if you make the decision to be more active in the coming 2027 elections? Have conversations on social media, but also get involved. Join a political party today. Be a part of the conversation. The future of this country is lying on your shoulders. Have a very beautiful